Hey everybody, my name is Jessica, and today I wanted to give you 10 tips for new teachers. It's winter time. A lot of you guys are seniors in high school finishing up your bachelor's degree, and you are maybe even doing your practicum right now or your student teaching, and you're thinking about, looking at schools to get a job for the next year. So while you're thinking about that, if you're just on here looking through YouTube, or if it's now in the summer and you do have that job and you are nervous about being a first year brand new teacher, here are 10 tips from me to you, especially if you teach in a middle school, because I teach in a middle school. I teach language arts for 7th grade, and this is my 9th year teaching. All right, so my first tip is to embarrass yourself. Embarrass yourself all the time, especially if you teach middle school, because these kids are super hyper self-conscious about themselves. Everything they do, if they have to blow their nose, if they have to get up to go do something, they think all eyes are on them all the time. And if anything, even slightly embarrassing happens to one of them, which it is going to happen, they're just going to focus on that. So like laser focus on that. So to create like a really good vibe in your classroom, in a safe classroom environment where they don't feel so, oh my God, they're looking at me. If you pull all attention onto you, if you kind of embarrass yourself sometimes, it's going to make them feel safer. It's going to take that hyper focus that they have on them. It's going to make them feel a lot more comfortable and easy. Like this bump on my face right here. Today, I'm definitely going to be like, y'all, please don't look at this bump on my face today, you guys. Oh my God. And I'm going to make a big deal about this bump or this little sore on my face, because these kids have pimples on them. They have pimples on their face, and I don't want them to feel like everybody's looking at their pimple. I want them to look at my pimple today, okay? So I want to make it feel safe for them. And like boogers, blowing your nose, passing gas, I can take it. So I want them to make me feel embarrassed, because I'm not embarrassed, but I don't want them to feel embarrassed. My number 2 tip is to always tell the kids, I'm sorry and I love you. Tell them these things just all the time. If you mess up, if you didn't put a grade in the grade book, if you put a wrong grade in the grade book, if you messed up on an answer on a quiz, if you got onto a kid and then, turns out that you were wrong and they didn't do anything, like if you got on them for talking, but it wasn't them talking, it was actually this other kid talking, just say you're sorry all the time. Make them feel like that's okay to do. And then at the end of every day, just tell them, I love you. Have a good weekend. Have a good activity class. I love you guys so much. Or if you see a student in the hallway, just tell them, I love you. Because, honestly, some of our kids are not going to hear that at home. And everybody should be told that they're loved, All right, number 3 is for you, the teacher. Always have drinks and snacks for you. Now, it's your choice if you want to have drinks and snacks for the kids, but like me, I don't have a lot of money, and I don't have money to buy snacks and drinks for the kids all the time every day. I know which students need snacks for real, and I have snacks for them, but always, always, always have snacks and drinks for you, the teacher, because if you are hungry or you need a drink and you don't have it as a teacher, it creates anxiety. And like, oh my God, I feel lightheaded, or I was so busy, I didn't eat during lunch and I don't have anything to eat. And don't let yourself get in that situation. Always have food, snacks, candy in your desk or your pocketbook or whatever. And always have other things, like if you're a woman and you have your cycle, then always have pads in your desk. Don't ever make sure you don't get caught in a situation where you can have anxiety, because you're going to have enough anxiety. So just, you can take care of those things before you get to school. Just have those things and always have them. And even for like other teachers who don't have them, you could have it for them. And just to take care of yourself first so that you can be the best teacher for your kids. Tip number 4 is to constantly contact parents. I know that this sucks. I know that it's hard to call parents, but the value of it is just so great. Calling them all the time, or texting them all the time, or doing the Remind app. I do the Remind app a lot, and it's just so good because every single time a student does something, just immediately contact, immediately shoot them a text, immediately send them an email, immediately walk to the phone and call them, because the kids know. She knows my mom, she knows my dad, she knows my grandma, and she's not afraid to talk to them. She talks to my grandma all the time, she talks to my mom all the time, and I know that. And if the kids know that, especially the behavior in your room, the classroom management will be a lot better, in my opinion. To just do it. It's uncomfortable, and if you have social anxiety, it's going to be really uncomfortable, but text, call, email. If they do something good, if they're doing a cute little activity and you have their permission, the parents' permission, take a picture of them doing their little activity and send it to the parents, and they are going to go crazy. They love stuff like that. I love stuff like that. When my kids, I have a son and a daughter in elementary school, and their teachers send me pictures of them doing little activities in school, and I love it, and it builds good relationships with you and the parents. Tip number 5 is make the students do a lot of stuff, and I don't mean a lot of work. I mean make the students, use the students to make your job easier. You have 20 little bodies in the room. Put them to work. And I don't mean schoolwork. I mean, make them pass out papers, make them sweep the floor, make them clean up the books, make them wipe off the boards, make them run things to the office. Make the kids do things. They can do things. I mean, I know it's like, during my planning period, I'm gonna have to do this, look at all that stuff and say, okay, well, I can make the kid go take the baskets to the back and sort the baskets. I can make the kids sweep up this area. I can make, if I need a paper, like if I was off and then I have to sign this paper and I need to run it up to the office, make a kid do that. I mean, give them jobs. They want to have jobs and they like having jobs, and so just give them jobs to do, trust me. Tip number 6 is another one for us teachers. It is to try, and I know everybody has different preference, but try to just eat in the cafeteria. And I don't mean like physically you can or you can't, but I mean don't pack your lunch, just buy your food in the cafeteria. I know for a long time I tried to bring a cute little lunch box and pack a cute little lunch and try to be healthy and pack a little salad or do meal prep and try to like do all this stuff. Just, it's so much easier and it's such a weight off of my shoulders. It's not a burden. If I know I don't have to bring anything to school to eat for lunch, I'm just gonna eat lunch in the cafeteria, okay? I'm just gonna go to the cafeteria. I have money on my account. I write them a check and I put a bunch of money on my account at the beginning of the year, or just like every other week, I put money on my account and I just eat the cafeteria food because it's good food. I mean, if your school doesn't have good food, then this tip may not be for you. But my school, the ladies actually cook, and they cook really good food. So 90% of the school year, I always just eat my school lunch, and I don't worry about packing a lunch box. And it's real, weight off my shoulders. Tip number 7 is to get you a teacher bestie. Make a best friend. It could be the teacher that is in the room next to you. It could be the teacher who is down the hall from you. But you need to get a teacher bestie, because you need someone who knows what you're going through in the same building you're going through, with the same administration you have. And if they teach some of the same kids, that is going to be awesome. Someone you can talk to that is going through the same crap you're going through. You need a teacher bestie. If you don't have a teacher bestie, try to make a teacher bestie. Look for another teacher that maybe is eating lunch by themselves, and just, try to make friends, because it's very nice. It's very nice. And I know all you out there who already have a teacher bestie, you know how valuable that this tip is. Tip number 8, try your best, and I know it's going to be hard because you're a new teacher, but try your best not to take anything home. Don't take any work home. Don't grade papers at home. Don't do all your lesson plans at home. Try to leave work at work, because that is what this is. This is work, and home is home. Home is family and fun and relaxation, and work is work. So I know, especially in the teaching profession, that's very hard to do, but the quickest way that you can find a way to do that, leave work at work, and don't take it home. Don't take it to your relationships. Try to get it done here. Do not stay until like 6 o'clock to get it done. If it doesn't get done, it's gonna be okay, okay? There's a teacher shortage, okay? They're not gonna fire you. They're not gonna fire you if you don't have a beautiful, wonderful lesson plan. And if you're watching this video and you care enough about teaching that you're watching a YouTube video on teaching, I don't think they're going to be worried about your lesson plan, okay? Tip number 9 is the website Teachers Pay Teachers. That's a great website. There's a lot of free stuff and there's a lot of cheap stuff. And it's not just for buying. Sell things on Teacher Pay Teacher. Make extra money. I have a Teacher Pay Teacher store, and I always make at least $50 a month, at least. That's like a slow month. So buy things on Teacher Pay Teacher. If you don't, like I said earlier, you remember you don't have anything, you don't have your lesson plans done, just go on Teacher Pay Teacher and buy one and tweak it to your kids. Don't stress about it, okay? You are the teacher. You are the relationship builder in the room. So please utilize that website as much as possible. And your school or school district may even have a premium account on there. So definitely try to use Teacher Pay Teacher. Buy and sell. And my last tip, especially for middle school, okay? Don't take anything that these little kids say to you personally, okay? I've heard it all. Maybe not. Maybe I should knock on wood, but I've had some kids say the most horrible, hurtful, hateful things to me. I've had kids say they hate me. I've had kids call me a B. I've had kids say that they want to get out of my class. They want to change my class. I've had kids say that I'm the worst teacher they've ever had. I was pregnant with my son, and I even had a student who hated me so much, and she told me she wished my baby died. Just take a moment for that, okay? That was a hard day. That was a hard day for me to not take what that student said to me personally, okay? But you cannot. These are children. They're not, you shouldn't say what an adult, you shouldn't take anything that anybody says personally, adult, child, but especially children. These kids are just that. They're kids, and they're going to say hurtful, hateful things to you. You're going to make them mad, and then they're going to try to hurt your feelings, and it's going to hurt your feelings, but don't let it ruin your day. Don't let it affect you. Don't let the kids see that it really just affected you that much and ruined your relationship with that student. You can let the kids know that hurt your feelings, and it's good to know and be expressive about your feelings. But at the same time, don't, like the student that said that to me about my baby, we got over that. She apologized to me. I told her how much it hurt my feelings, and we actually had a great rest of the year, okay? So if a student tells you they hate you or they want to change their class and they don't like you, you're the worst teacher ever, they're children, okay? You cannot let it, you don't hold a vendetta against a child. That sounds silly, right? And especially in middle school, they are so hot, cold, especially the girls in middle school. They will hate you one day, love you the next day. You take their phone, now they're gonna hate you for 3 days, but then you're their favorite teacher again. I mean, it's a wave of emotions, but that's what middle school is, okay? So my last tip is the hard tip, and it's to not let anything that these kids say hurt your heart. Don't take it personally. All right, that was my 10 tips for any new teachers. I hope you have the best first year of teaching that you could ever have in the whole wide world. I know teaching is scary right now, and a lot of teachers are quitting, but I'm not gonna quit. I feel like it is still a very noble profession to teach. It's even more noble because it is so hard to do, and it's hard to stay, and it's hard when you feel like you're constantly being dumped on to stay a teacher. But I know that if I left, I know that I would miss the kids. So just keep that in mind and take these tips and try to have the best first year you can have. Please subscribe to my channel. It really helped me. Please like my videos, leave a comment, and if you have any video ideas that you would like me to do, just let me know, and I will try to make those videos for you. Thank you.